Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we've got some seriously bullish news to go over here in the video. So before we dive into this, if you're new here, hit a subscription, drop a comment, drop a like, tap the notifications bell to stay informed with all of the different information we provide here on the channel. So let's just dive straight into this one because it's really interesting. So the London Stock Exchange is set to debut Bitcoin and Ethereum ETN market on May 28th. And this is a really important date because it's around a month and 8 days later than the halving event. So if anything, this is going to be overall bullish momentum for us moving forward. So let's dive into this. Let's take a read. Let's have a look at what these ETNs are. So the London Stock Exchange has declared the opening of a market for exchange traded notes, which are ETNs, for Bitcoin and Ethereum. The main stock exchange in the United Kingdom said on Monday that the crypto ETNs would be live on May 28th. The stock exchange had previously declared that in the second quarter of 2024, it will consider applications for the admission to trade Ethereum, crypto ETNs, and Bitcoin. So once again, this is overly bullish news. So let's get ourselves in a timeline. Halving on the 20th of next month, around the 20th. These ETNs are going to be landing the next month on the 28th, right? Now, if we look at the ETFs in America through the SEC that Gary Gensler approved himself, this was overly bullish for the whole market, and BTC punched a new all-time high. And it goes much further than just ETFs being purchased and distributed and advertised. It's a huge nod, okay? It's a huge tip of the hat. It's a smirk. It's a smile. It's the first entry, okay, of crypto in itself being broadly accepted, okay, by figures, okay, in community that are seen to be trusted sources. In my country, it's the FCA. So as per the most recent information, the London Stock Exchange will begin to accept applications on April 8th, 2024 for trading of these cryptocurrency ETNs. So once again, these applications are going to be landing just before the halving event. So you're going to have a lot of talk. You're going to have a lot of people that are very excited to get involved in these new ETNs. So nonetheless, the market will need to receive the Financial Conduct Authority FCA clearance as the UK regulator would be involved. Having their nod, the tip of the hat, the smile, the smirk, right, is huge. It's absolutely huge. And the London Stock Exchange is massive. So we have decided to launch the market in crypto ETNs on 28th of May 2024. So I'm not a huge fan of news articles. If we can find the horse's mouth, we will definitely go to the horse's mouth in this situation. So let's definitely do that. So I've got the market notice here from the London Stock Exchange themselves going over this. This is number 03/24 admission of Bitcoin and Ethereum ETNs. So before I talk any more about what more or less this is, what it's going to lead to, you're probably going to want to know what the difference is between an ETN and how it works differently from an ETF. So an ETN is typically issued by the financial institutions and bases its return on a market index. ETNs are a type of bond. At maturity, the ETN will pay the return of the index it tracks. However, ETNs do not pay any interest payments like a bond. When the ETN matures, the financial institution takes out the fees and then gives the investor cash based on the performance of the underlying index. Since ETNs trade on major exchanges like stocks, investors can buy and sell ETNs and make money from the difference between the purchase and sale price minus any fees. So that's a really good core kind of idea of what an ETN is, what it does, and what it's supposed to do. So further to the stock exchange notice NO224 published on 11th of March 2024, in which the London Stock Exchange, the exchange, announced it would accept applications for the admission of trading of Bitcoin and Ethereum crypto ETNs in the second quarter of 2024. And we can confirm that applications can be made from April 2024. So subject to the approval by the Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA, of the base prospectus, which will be required to list crypto ETNs on the main market and also to the official list of the FCA. The exchange is proposing that the first day of admission of trading those crypto ETN securities will be Tuesday, 28th of May. So it's another important date. Like I keep saying, this lands around a month and 8 days after the halving event. It's bullish momentum. If anything, this is rocket fuel at this point. We've seen what the ETFs have done in America, and now we're going to get to see what these ETNs are going to do in the United Kingdom. So we've decided to launch the market in crypto ETNs on the 28th of May 2024 to enable the maximum number of issuers to be present in the market on the first day of trading. In choosing this date, we have taken into consideration that we need to ensure that issuers meet the requirements for consideration detailed in the crypto ETN fact sheet, and importantly, it will also enable those issuers planning on admitting securities on the launch date time to prepare documentation to establish a crypto ETN program, which will require a base prospectus to be approved by the FCA. So you're only going to see tip-top sort of situations get put forward. This isn't going to be your average Joe in his basement spinning up an ETN and sort of scamming the market. This is a actual thing, okay? And it's going to be broadly accepted in the United Kingdom. And what this should do is set a standard, okay? A principal standard moving forward for the EU, because they look to the United Kingdom in these kind of situations. So this is all going to be really interesting. What I'm hoping is in the United Kingdom, we're going to reach a point where they understand that taxing crypto is just insane in its current form, and it should just be taxed as gambling. That's my own personal opinion, but let me know what you think. So the issuers that are proposing to establish a crypto ETN program to list securities on the main market on 28th of May 2024 will need to submit to the exchange at the latest by 15th of April 2024 following information. A letter setting out the details of how the issuer or the crypto ETN meets the requirements for consideration detailed in the crypto ETN fact sheet available on the exchange's website. So this is a really interesting sort of read. I've gone through this in my spare time today. It's not overly interesting to tell you the truth, but it's interesting for us in the sense that this is huge because it presents a situation where your grandma's cats, uncles, dogs, cousins, aunties, sisters, friends probably going to stop saying to you crypto's a scam. They're probably going to start saying to you, oh, you know, those cryptos are ETNs now and they're trading on the London Stock Exchange. It must be legit. And then you're going to have a huge cascading domino effect where that information starts to drip feed out and people start to realize that you can more or less invest in Ethereum or BTC in what would be deemed as a safe route by the Financial Conduct Authority. In essence, none of this is any different to these people just going and buying BTC and Ethereum themselves, sitting on it and then selling it once it hits profitable stages. The biggest difference here is the nod, okay? The hand holding, the sort of, well, we're approved by the London Stock Exchange. We've got crypto ETNs, and this is overly bullish news. Overly bullish news. So what I'll do is I'll leave links to all of this in the description. I'll leave a link to Investopedia where you can go and you can read up on the issuing of these ETNs and the ins and outs, the ups, the downs, the lefts, the rights. You can find out all of those different things and have a good deep dive on this and sort of educate yourselves moving forward, because this is going to be huge. It might not be so hugely bullish right now, but by the time those applications come in next month on the 18th, okay, and then the halving event happens, and then you guessed it, they get listed on the London Stock Exchange. So we're looking at a series of bullish events, very bullish events. And yes, this could be huge. Guys, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.